I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
The 2020 All-Star Game is right around the corner, and both captains, Lebron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo, have now officially selected their squads for the game. Something I like to do every year for a bit of fun is predict who I think is going to win the game, by looking at each matchup and overall discussing who I think will have the upper hand in the match. That's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. If you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content like this. It's not too serious, just something fun I like to do, so don't get too mad about something I say. Be sure to let me know who you think will win in the comments below, but with that being said, let's get right into this.
Lucas.
This is how it's going to work. I'm going to compare all the matchups, for example, the point guard matchup, and whichever team has the most winning matchups at the end, as well as some other factors, will win the game in my opinion. If there are two players in the starting lineup of one team that play the same position, I will decide who I think is more likely to play that position in the game, and they will represent that said position in this video, whilst the other will represent a similar spot, like a point guard might get moved to shooting guard. Hopefully you get the idea, and if you don't, you should once the video gets started. Again, this is all just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below who you think will win too. But with that all out of the way, let's start with the point guard matchup. The starting point guard for Team Giannis is Kemba Walker, and the starting point guard for Team LeBron is James Harden. Now Giannis's team also has Trae Young, who I could put in here at point guard instead of Kemba, but due to his insane shooting ability, I've decided to put him at shooting guard. I know he's a fantastic passer too, but Kemba Walker just fits the build for a point guard in the All-Star Game better to me, and if any of them is more likely to become a combo guard, it's Trae Young, so that's why I have Kemba Walker starting at point guard for Team Giannis. I know LeBron has been a point guard for the season, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to put him in his more traditional position and put Harden at point guard. I mean, he was voted in as a forward, so it does make sense to do this. But anyway, who's more likely to win the matchup between Kemba Walker and James Harden? To me, it has to be James Harden, and I'm giving a big edge to him on this one. Apart from recently, Harden has dominated the season offensively, averaging 35 a game, and whilst Kemba has been playing well, it's obviously incomparable to Harden. Kemba's effectiveness and impact on his team may be a different story, but overall, if I had to take one, I'd take James Harden without hesitation, so Team LeBron gets a point here. For the shooting guard position, it's Luka Doncic versus Trae Young. Both are having phenomenal seasons in their own right, and both have taken that next step from their rookie season. However, one is clearly better than the other, and the superior is Luka Doncic. He's 20 years old and is having an MVP-worthy season. That's how insanely good he's been, and again, whilst Trae Young has been extremely good as well, it hasn't been on the level of Doncic, so Team LeBron gets another point here. For the small forward position, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo taking on Kawhi Leonard from Team LeBron. The reason why I have Giannis at small forward instead of power forward is because Pascal Siakam has been a power forward throughout his career, whilst Giannis has not and has actually played small forward for the majority of his most improved player season. In this matchup, I have Giannis taking the win. Maybe at the end of last season I would have said Kawhi, but Giannis has just been so insanely dominant this year. He's averaging 30 and 13 in only 30 minutes per game. I could go on forever about how phenomenal Giannis has been this year. He's just that good and is undoubtedly the MVP this year to me. Kawhi has had a great season as well, but due to all this load management stuff he's doing, I don't really think us NBA fans have seen his full play on display yet. Again, Giannis has just been too good this season for me to not choose him, so he gets a point for his team. Next up is the power forward position, and I have the matchup being between LeBron James and Pascal Siakam. This one is pretty obvious, LeBron has to take this one. Siakam has been amazing this season, and is one of the biggest reasons as to why the Raptors have won 15 straight games and are the second seed in the Eastern Conference. However, he's obviously not on the level of LeBron, no questions asked, so I have to give this one to Team LeBron. For the center position, we have Anthony Davis from Team LeBron coming up against Joel Embiid from Giannis' squad. To me, 80 takes this one, and pretty easily too. Joel Embiid has had a down year this season, dealing with injury and inconsistency. Overall, he doesn't really seem like the player he was last season. He seemed to be the best center in the league by a mile, but has now dropped off, and there's questions about his future on Philadelphia. Davis, however, has had a phenomenal year so far, taking the Lakers to the best record in the West and arguably leading the Defensive Player of the Year race. He's also almost without a doubt a top 5 player in the league, and it's difficult to make a case for Embiid about that. So I have 80 outplaying Embiid in the All-Star game this weekend, gifting another point to Team LeBron. So those are the starters for the 2020 All-Star game, and LeBron's starters are clearly better. I have him taking a 4-1 lead over Team Giannis. But of course, there is the bench too. So let's take a look at that. On Team Giannis' bench, they have Chris Middleton, Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, and Donovan Mitchell. For Team LeBron, they have on their bench Damian Lillard, Ben Simmons, Nikola Jokic, Jason Tatum, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and Domantas Sabonis. So, who has the better bench? To me, it's not that close, and I have to give it to Team LeBron. Apart from Jimmy Butler and maybe Donovan Mitchell and Brandon Ingram, Giannis' bench is pretty mediocre offensively, and considering this is the All-Star game, I'm not expecting much serious defense from Rudy Gobert and others, so their impact on the game will be pretty limited compared to some of the other guys in the game. Also, LeBron's bench is absolutely stacked. Damian Lillard has been absolutely insane lately, averaging 40 in his last 12. Simmons has been elite in recent times without Embiid, and I don't need to say much about Westbrook. Overall, LeBron's bench is a lot better than Giannis's, and it's a lot more exciting, at least to me. Now I have looked at everything, the starters and the bench. So, who's winning it all this year? Well, I'll stick with the common theme in this video and give it to LeBron quite easily. His team has just so much more firepower than Giannis's. I get Giannis's team has a lot of chemistry, but at the end of the day, I don't think it will matter. I have Team LeBron winning comfortably this year. There's not a real debate. The only way I see Team Giannis winning is if someone from Team Giannis pops off and takes over the game, but I think it overall won't be enough to beat LeBron's squad. Also, I understand it's the All-Star game and they probably won't take it too seriously, but this is just a fun video and I like looking back on this to see if I got some stuff right. But again, I'm tipping the king to stay the king of the All-Star game. But that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this, and who do you have winning the 2020 NBA All-Star game? Team LeBron or Team Giannis? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.